Charlotte and Rob Sanders are living a modest life in a small apartment. They feel overshadowed by the seemingly perfect life of Charlotte's college friend, Jackie Jennings. In her annual Christmas letter, Jackie puts much detail into her family's extraordinary achievements. From her brilliant daughter Beatrix becoming the youngest person to be accepted in Harvard University, her son Daniel building a water purification system in Africa, her husband Valentino being a highly successful karate dojo, to her selling her aviation business and being free to do whatever she wants. This information incites envy and skepticism in Charlotte. She states that she would never send Christmas letters detailing her family's achievements because, according to her, none of them are newsworthy. Honestly, this is my life as I contemplated doing these voiceovers. Her younger daughter Dara thinks she has superpowers, and her son Grant thinks he's a ninja warrior and has only one friend, a stuffed monkey named Bob. Her husband Rob nurses an impractical dream of house flipping, while she, on the other hand, was a liability engineer, but has long given up her dream of becoming a famous inventor to take care of her family. 5 days before Christmas, Charlotte and her family are on their way to Charlotte's sister's house for a visit. Charlotte gives her phone to her son Grant and leaves him in charge of the GPS. At midnight, they arrive at a beautiful house which Charlotte thought was her sister's. When she rings the door, she's surprised when her college friend Jackie opens it. It turns out that Grant misunderstood his mother's sarcasm and navigates the family to the Jennings home instead of her sister's. Before they could leave, Dara announces that she needs to go to the bathroom, and Jackie offers that they stay the night since it's too late for them to travel anyway. Charlotte reluctantly agrees, and the family end up staying for the night. In the morning, they find themselves snowed in. Charlotte tried to get their car, but it's buried deep in snow, and they had no choice but to stay. On the way to the kitchen, Rob warns Charlotte not to stare too much, and just as Charlotte asks him why, she sees Jackie's husband Valentino preparing breakfast and is rendered speechless by his physique. "Damn baby hot hunk of a man. Someone get me some water because I'm thirsty AF." During breakfast, Jackie asks them to stay for Christmas, but before Charlotte could decide, Jackie announces that Rob has already agreed. After their meal, Jackie leads them to the fireplace where the kids get letters from Santa, which Jackie herself prepared. The kids are overjoyed, but Charlotte looks uncomfortable, unused to Jackie's hospitality and gleeful nature. In their room, Charlotte confronts Rob about agreeing to spend Christmas at the Jennings. Rob then asks her if she's threatened by Jackie since she and Rob dated in college, and Charlotte assures him that she's not. Charlotte confesses to Rob that she still thinks that Jackie is lying about her family's achievements even after spending time with them that morning. She says that something is off about the family and is eager to find out what it is. Her distrust leads her to snoop around their house. Instead of disproving Jackie's claims, the more she snoops, the more she realizes how true they were. That afternoon, Jackie invites them to go Christmas tree shopping. Seeing Jackie and Valentino happy increases Charlotte's jealousy, and she embarks on a one-sided beef with the couple. Arriving home, Charlotte picks up the mail and sees a letter addressed to Jackie from none other than her husband Rob. She tries to ask Rob if he had any contact with Jackie besides the annual Christmas letters that Jackie sends them, and he says no, leading Charlotte to believe that her husband has been lying to her. During dinner, Charlotte notices that Jackie and Rob are being extra touchy with each other, which makes her increasingly uncomfortable. While everyone is asleep, Charlotte goes to find the letter that Rob sent to Jackie. She finds it in Jackie's office, but in her hurry, she accidentally knocks over a trophy. The sound alerts Jackie, and Charlotte hears footsteps approaching. In panic, she goes to hide in the balcony and forgets to close the door. Jackie and Valentino see the fallen trophy and conclude that the wind must have knocked it over when he sees the open balcony door. He locks it and traps Charlotte outside in the cold. Charlotte then has no other choice but to jump off the balcony. The next day, the family watches Valentino as he directs the annual Christmas pageant showing on Christmas Day. As the actors are taking a break, Jackie gets an idea. She and Rob were in a band when they were in college, so she grabs the guitar and starts singing. Rob happily joins in, and it turns into a whole performance, with the actors joining in. Meanwhile, the children, influenced by Beatrix's skepticism, embark on a misguided mission to expose a mall Santa. When they do end up exposing him, Jackie sees what they did and reprimands them. At home, Charlotte snoops around again while everybody is in town. She tries to open Daniel's room but finds that it's locked. She goes to the attic, not knowing that the family has already arrived. Thinking that a burglar has broken into the house, Jackie and Valentino go up the attic, resulting in Valentino kicking Charlotte in the dark. When the light is turned on and they realize that it's her, Valentino apologizes. Charlotte was trying to open something that was covered in cloth. It was a surprise that Jackie was hiding from Valentino. She had made a dollhouse inspired by his mother, who used to make them when he was little. Charlotte tries to apologize, but as she stands up, she accidentally knocks over the dollhouse, destroying it. In her distress, Jackie confronts Charlotte about her sneaking around the house. Her husband Rob joins in, telling her that she should stop being jealous of Jackie's life. She tries to defend herself by accusing Jackie and Rob of having a secret affair, based on misinterpreted correspondence. Rob then takes out a copy of the letter and shows it to Charlotte. It turns out that Rob has been making his own Christmas newsletter that he's been sending to their friends and family without Charlotte's knowledge. Knowing that she would disagree, he tells her that their family loves the newsletters he's been sending, and that he's proud of their family despite their situation not being what Charlotte had hoped. Charlotte tries to apologize, but Rob walks out, leaving her in the attic. Late that day, Charlotte finds Jackie on the porch. She tells her that they had already packed their bags, and Jackie is disappointed. Charlotte says that she's embarrassed to stay after what she'd done, but Jackie tells her that she understands that everybody makes mistakes and that she has already forgiven her. Jackie then asks her, once again, to stay for Christmas. This time, Charlotte happily and tearfully agrees. The events restored Jackie and Charlotte's friendship that somehow fizzled out as soon as they left college. Charlotte asks Jackie if she still has copies of the newsletters that Rob sent them in the past. Luckily, Jackie did save them, and she gave them to Charlotte. Charlotte spent the afternoon reading the letters. This made Charlotte realize that she could still make it up to Rob, and decided to plan a surprise for him. She knew that Rob had a dream house, so she and Jackie team up to make it happen. At the loan office, Charlotte and Jackie are having trouble getting a loan, but soon get what they want when Jackie's brilliant daughter Beatrix manages to negotiate the terms by outsmarting the loan officer. Back at home, Charlotte and Rob make up. Charlotte asks him if the dollhouse is still salvageable, and being a builder, he says that it is. They spend the whole afternoon fixing the dollhouse. When done, they then surprise the whole family with the new and improved dollhouse. Jackie, Valentino, and the children are overjoyed. Later that day, Beatrix, who is still on the mission to disprove Santa's existence, tells the adults that even though she herself has doubts about Santa, Grant, on the other hand, does not. She then tells them that Grant has gone home to see Santa, and the whole family spends the rest of the day looking for Grant. They end up finding him in a restaurant eating soup. As they are leaving the restaurant, Charlotte sees the news reporting about the possible bankruptcy of her company called StarTech. Charlotte used their savings to invest in the company and is worried that it might all go to waste. She hurries home and asks Jackie for help. She then decides to cancel her loan for their house and says that if she leaves early, she might still make it to the loan office. Jackie tells her that it's Christmas Eve and that she should stay to watch the Christmas pageant, but Charlotte declines, saying that she has no other choice but to face reality. Jackie tells her that she always has a choice, but Charlotte tells her that things just don't magically work out for everyone like it does for Jackie. Jackie then argues that things don't magically work out for her either, but Charlotte gets annoyed, knowing that Jackie's life is way better than hers will ever be. She then tells Jackie that she's not jealous anymore and that she thinks Jackie deserves all of it, but she needs to leave to face her own problems. As she's leaving, she sees Rob outside the house and he tells her that things will work out after hearing about StarTech. On the drive to the loan office, Charlotte sees a billboard on the side of the road. She stops to read it and realizes that it's a memorial for Jackie's late son, Daniel. Saddened by this realization, Charlotte decides to go back and console her friend. Jackie tells her that she couldn't bring herself to put Daniel's death in their newsletter and decided to honor her son's life by putting something that he would have wanted to do instead. Jackie takes Charlotte outside to show her the hot air balloon that she spent a year planning. She tells her friend that riding one was Daniel's biggest dream, stemming from his favorite bedtime story, Around the World in 80 Days. They approach a hot air balloon, and Jackie tells Charlotte that it's the first solar-powered hot air balloon. Later that night, the family prepares for the Christmas pageant. Meanwhile, Jackie and Charlotte prepare the hot air balloon but are met with technical problems. Jackie panics, saying that she thought all the technical problems had all been sorted out during the test drive the other day. Luckily, Charlotte is an engineer and she helps Jackie fix it. While the hot air balloon is floating up with Jackie in it, she decides to include Charlotte in the ride and throws a ladder for her friend to climb up. While both women are in the air, they talk about how they can monetize their invention. As the balloon is flying over Jackie's house, they realize that they forgot to pull the ladder back up. Before they could drag it up, it gets caught on Santa's sleigh that Jackie put on the roof as decoration. The sleigh ends up flying with them, and Charlotte gets an idea. She climbs down the ladder and towards the sleigh. She tells Jackie to continue with her plan of flying over the town while she pretends to be Santa. Meanwhile, back in town, the children are still debating Santa's existence. They take turns with the telescope, looking up and waiting for Santa to fly by. They then see the floating sleigh with Charlotte in it and think that it's the real Santa. The children cheer with delight. The hot air balloon lights up, and the Christmas pageant starts. The pageant ends with Jackie singing a Christmas song while the rest of the town joins in. I loved how wholesome this movie was. It really teaches you not to compare your life with other people, because comparison is the thief of joy. What did you guys think?
Subscribe for more videos like this. Turn on notifications and leave a like. It really helps the channel.